is.
You don't want to put it on the thing?
I can't make it stand up straight.
Oh, I can.
But it keeps falling over.
I'll fix it. You put it on there, I'll fix it. You throw it on there, I'll make it stand straight.
Okay, but when I try to... Here, you do this.
It's coming on straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello. Did you guys hear the one about the chicken that crossed the road? Why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know.
To gas peaceful protesters and then pose with an upside down Bible that he's never read and doesn't believe in or follow. That's a throwback. I'm proud of Sonny for doing that. What the fuck is he talking about? I wanted to hold it for a minute to make sure everybody was here that was coming. We do have some people recording this, so here's what I would ask. In the recording, let's sound bigger than we are. Never show weakness. I am really proud of the people that are here. I am furious at the people that are not here. But I'm proud of you, and I know some of you came from a long way. I know somebody flew from Houston. I know somebody's here from California. A lot of you are here from a long way away, so it's hard for other people to make excuses when people are flying here from other parts of the country. I wanted us all to say this man's name today because I think it's important. His name is Narcisco Barranco. Narcisco Barranco.
Francisco Barranco.
Narcisco Barranco. And there's so many decent immigrants that have been tackled to the ground or taken in the middle of the night or stripped away from their tiny children. ICE's own numbers are saying that only 10% of the people that they've kidnapped, and that's what it is, it's kidnapping, only 10% of those people have any violent crime at all in their histories. Many of them, most of them, have zero criminal records, zero. Only 20% of the people sent to Socotra concentration camp in El Salvador, only 20% of those people have any criminal record. And that is a concentration camp that prides itself on nobody ever getting out. People who have never done anything wrong, taken without due process and sent to a concentration camp where they may not ever get out unless we go rescue them once we take our country back. That's something I think we should absolutely push for when the time comes.
Get rid of Bukele.
Narcisco Barranco, I believe he was 57 years old. He was doing a landscaping job. They tackled him to the ground, and while they had him tackled and pinned down, they punched him in his face over and over. They punched him in his face over and over. A guy who was weed eating. His weed eater was on the ground in front of him while they punched him in the face. It came out shortly after this. He has 3 sons. All of them are in the United States Marine Corps. And when they got to talk to their dad on the phone, he didn't complain about getting punched in the face. He didn't complain about getting kidnapped by dumb rednecks with their faces covered. He said to his sons, please go finish my work. He said, please go finish the job I was working on. I don't want to leave the job undone. Please go finish my work. Because that's what kind of man their father is. A good man. There are no good men in MAGA. There is not one man in MAGA. There's not 10 men in MAGA that could do the work that that man did every day of his life. Good men aren't best friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Good men don't have fake colleges. Good men don't defraud charities. Good men don't rape women or harm women or take women's rights away. Good men don't defund cancer research. Good men don't take food out of the mouths of starving children all around the world. That's not what good men do. There are no good men in MAGA. And Narcisco Barranco made me think of my own father, who's no longer with us. But he was that kind of man. A man who always got it done no matter what. A man that even if an injustice was done to him, his first question would have been, who's going to finish the work? And so I want to say to you that we have work to do. And we are not going to leave our work undone. We are going to remove these people one way or another. We are going to remove them, not him, them. I don't know the exact formula yet. I think about it 25 hours a day, but we're going to do it. Here's one thing I want to ask of you. Every day, when you're thinking about how pissed off you are, how heartbroken you are, how lost you feel, how angry you are, I want you to spend at least that much time imagining them being taken out of the White House in handcuffs. I want you to imagine it so much that it becomes a reality. I want you to manifest it, Tony Robbins style. This is a cheesy self-help novel today. Donald Trump is, somebody once said, he is the worst example of how the book The Secret can actually work. He pretended to be a billionaire until he became one. He pretended to be a ladies' man. He wasn't. He pretended to be a winner. He's a loser. He pretends to weigh 215 pounds. He doesn't. He's obese. He pretends to win every golf tournament at his golf places. He's a liar, but he is the definition of fake it until you make it. We're not going to fake it, but we are going to make it. But I want all of you to manifest this, to think about it, to talk about it with your neighbors, with your friends, with your coworkers, with the people you know that are retired military, with the people that you know that are retired military intelligence. I want you to constantly have the conversation. How do we beat them? How do we get them gone? Because this big bigoted bill, it did a lot of things. It kicked 17 million people off their health care. That's infuriating, obviously. A lot of this feels unfixable, but some of it is once we get back in there. But it gave so much funding to ICE that ICE is now bigger than the United States Marine Corps. ICE is now bigger than the entire military of Israel. It is now bigger than the entire military of Italy and Brazil. That is the most insane part of this bill. These people are traitors to this country. Even with ICE as big as it is now, even with them kidnapping pregnant women and line cooks and dishwashers, even with them going seemingly only after hardworking, honest people,
Brown people.
they're still deporting less people than Biden or Obama was. Even with all the inhumane and illegal bullshit and human rights violations. You understand? So they're increasing this organization tenfold to keep doing something they're already failing at. The only part they're succeeding at is the cruelty. And if they were going after gangsters and cartel members, some of them would no longer exist by now, I assure you.
He let them in.
If you send 10 rednecks with their faces covered after real cartel members, they won't just go, okay, sorry. They would fight, and they're not, because that's not who they're going after. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if Donald Trump has a deal specifically to not go after them.
Yes.
We know Bukele in El Salvador has a similar deal with his cartels.
He let Chapo's son in.
Yeah,
Trump
exactly.
did it.
This alligator Auschwitz in Florida, it's already flooding. It's already flooding inside the building. The building has no plumbing. They're going to send children there. We already know for sure. They're going to send children to a building in the Everglades that floods when it rains and doesn't have plumbing.
You're evil!
If you think that you're going to beat those people with midterms, I think we all need to wake the fuck up and realize that's probably not true. I'm not saying we shouldn't have midterms or work our asses off to support candidates. These people don't plan to relinquish power. That's why they just committed political suicide, because they know it won't actually kill them. Because they don't plan to let your vote matter. That's my humble opinion. You can have a different one, but that's mine. We need to mobilize pro-democracy veterans in this country. Everybody from here, I want you to go back to wherever you live tomorrow or whenever it is and work with Indivisible, 5051, whoever will listen to you and say, let me organize a veterans town hall in Minneapolis or Charleston or San Francisco or Tempe or wherever you live. Because these veterans, they deserve to be heard, they need to be heard, and they need to get together with each other, know each other, meet each other, exchange contact information, keep in touch with each other, and network. And I'll let you use your imagination as to why that's so important. This is the deliberate destabilization of our country. I've heard a lot of people pushing really hard for a general strike. I love that idea in a normal country, in a normal political climate, under normal circumstances. My humble opinion is they want to destabilize this country, its economy, and its currency. No economist, no real economist on earth thinks it's going to help the economy of a country to start trade wars with all of your allies, to limit incoming supplies with nonsensical tariffs to punish people that didn't do anything to you. No real economist thinks that's helpful for an economy. No real economist thinks it's helpful for an economy to deport 90% of the people that do manual labor in the country, including picking, washing, packaging, and shipping the food that all of us eat. Nobody thinks that's good for the economy. These people want to destabilize our economy. Please don't do anything that further destabilizes it. Boycott the companies that support them. Don't boycott the entire economy, because the people that are going to get hurt the most from that would be the people that need the money the most. That's my humble opinion. And lastly, I'll say this. The only way we win hearts and minds and all of that is that our ability to message has to be stronger than their ability to lie. Because Donald Trump will go on Fox News a year from now and call those the Biden tariffs and call it the big beautiful Biden bill. He will tell you the sky is made of crayons. Like, the guy, all he does is lie, and he will lie about this too. Our ability to message has to be stronger than their ability to lie, and everybody has to speak up. I know it's not fun. Believe me, I know it's not. Everybody needs a sign in their yard and a scream in their voice and a post on their page. There needs to be no more, I just can't talk about it with people. Fuck people, I'll talk about it with them. Call them a dumb racist and kick the chair over and leave Thanksgiving if that's what you need to do. We need these people to feel ostracized. We need them to feel ashamed of being white supremacists. Let's make America great again, like when Nazis were afraid to admit they were Nazis. That's the great thing I want to return to. Because the only good Nazi is a... I made two flyers, one for the Republicans and one for the Democrats. I'm going to read them to you real quick so you know what they say. Then we're going to split up into groups. We're going to march to the congressional offices. For anybody who has a disability or mobility issues, come find me, and I'm going to try and get you a ride to the best building for you so you can participate without having to walk 3/4 of a mile. This is the one for Republicans. It says, 17 million people will lose their health care. We will hold you accountable. The biggest handout to the mega wealthy in U.S. history. More children will go hungry. You will answer to us. Hospitals will close. Millions will lose everything. You will be held accountable. People will die. More illegal kidnappings will violate the U.S. Constitution. You will answer to the people. More innocent people will be sent to concentration camps. Veterans will die from lack of care. This will harm our country in every way, economically, socially, geopolitically. Fascism will fail, and you will answer to us.
Senator Hayes.
From Doge to the BBB, this is a deliberate attack on our nation. The destabilization of all of our institutions, weakening us so that we can be conquered. It's treason, and you're either fighting it or aiding it. Those who commit treason against the United States will be held accountable. This bill will decimate the U.S. economy and our status as an economic superpower and plummet us into a recession. An insurrectionist, pedophile, con man, Russian asset is attacking our nation. They are attempting to end democracy in favor of authoritarianism. Only imbeciles, cowards, or traitors will go along. Which one will history remember you as? You will answer to us. We got 2,000 of those. This is the one to Democrats. Stand up or stand aside. Like really, really lead. Not letters, not speeches, not signs. Plans. We need you to create a unanimous plan and share it with us. And more importantly, we need you, our leaders, to tell us what you need us to do. We need real plans to not just remove him, but to remove them. They are violating laws every day. Trump is a literal insurrectionist according to the 14th Amendment, Article 3, an obvious Russian asset. They are committing treason, espionage, constitutional violations, civil rights, and human rights violations. We want a shadow government to be in touch with our democratic allies around the world and heads of state from Mexico and Canada to the EU, NATO, etc. We want blue states to stop funding the fascist regime now. Blue states generate the most revenue. Stop paying it. ICE has to be held accountable. These people covering their faces need to prove that they are indeed real law enforcement and have the legal right to arrest people. If not, they need to face legal recourse. Noam, Homan, and Bondi, etc. need to face investigations and sanctions for their violations against the Constitution and human rights. SCOTUS needs to be investigated and held accountable. Democrats are still operating inside the box. Please realize now that there is no box. They burned it 12 years ago. Begin these initiatives now. Citizens recognize you won't have congressional funding. Use the revenue withheld by blue states and let the citizens know the monetary needs, and we will donate. All right, so where are the marshals at? We're gonna divvy up into groups. We're gonna march to these buildings. When we get to the buildings, we're gonna split that group into floors. Some buildings have 3 floors, some have 4, right? Okay, so we're gonna, okay, go as one big group to which building? Okay. All right, we're gonna march as one big group. When we get there, we'll split into buildings. When we get to the buildings, we'll split into groups. Everybody, we're gonna figure out how many people, do we have a head count yet? We're gonna figure out how many people we've got, and we're gonna give you that many flyers based on the 2,000 flyers divided by 60 or whatever this is. So everybody gets the same amount, and I want you to please get rid of every flyer. I don't care if Republicans get 10 of them. I want them to get 10 of them. That's the idea. I don't want to come back here with any of these. I want us to get rid of them. And here's the last thing I want to say to you. Don't get arrested. Don't get removed. But you call them traitors to their fucking faces. You tell them, these kids, some of these kids have no idea who they're working for, and 10 years from now, they'll be helping us. I guarantee you. I was dumb when I was 22, too. You tell these kids who they're working for. Tell them that these people are traitors. Tell them that these people are fake Christians and fake patriots. Tell them that they're taking food away from hungry children and health care away from veterans. Tell them who they work for. And if you get a chance to say it to one of these Republicans in Congress, tell them, you're a fucking traitor and we are going to hold you accountable. I can't answer everybody's questions, but I'll take a couple.
What should we say when we first walk in?
Anything that's on this, the big beautiful bill is an abomination. You've committed treason against our country, and we are going to hold you accountable. We're coming here today to put you on notice. We want you to think. We want you to wake up every morning and go to bed every night knowing fascism will fail. It always does. When it does, you have our word. We are going to hold you accountable in every way that a human being can be held accountable.
Yeah! Bring back Nuremberg.
And if they say, who are you with? I'm here with the U.S., with the people of the United States of America, insisting that you impeach, convict, and remove Donald Trump. You don't need to tell, they're going to say what organization, and you just say impeach, convict, remove Donald Trump. And if you want to say something else, you can say I'm with the John Brown Hunting Club. Thank y'all. I love you. Thanks for being here. We're going to march, then we're going to split. I'll make sure everybody has flyers. Let's do it. Last thing, you cannot take even a fingernail file or mace into these buildings. If you have that, you need to leave.